cool. All good. Line's good. I'm good. All right. Next part that I want to talk about is the actual a subgroup of people that I have in the story that the story is mainly going to focus around is the Mizizi. The Mizizi Swahili, Mizizi means roots, and so the Mizizi are a group of African descendant people who have the ability to channel their ancestral magic from their ancestors. So it's I like to compare it to um I don't want to say exactly kind of like a Dragon Ball Z or a Naruto type of vibe, but it's kind of similar in a few ways. The thing is, they're able to channel their ancestral magic, but the thing is, they can't project it. As far as like chi or ra, or you know what I'm saying, they can't project it from their hands. Like you see in the Dragon Ball Z, where they're able to shoot Kamehameha waves and stuff like that. They can't do that, but they do get enhanced abilities, such as like they're maybe faster or stronger. But it's not to ridiculous amounts like a Dragon Ball Z or like let's say a Superman able to lift up whole cars and toss them at people and stuff like that. Like no, it's not that. It's more so like if you were able to lift like maybe 200 pounds before, now you're probably maybe able to lift 400 pounds or something like that. It's not a ridiculous amount, but it's definitely an enhancement. You know, they're kind of superhuman in a little, you know, kind of Black Panther, Captain America type of a way. Um, Again, like same thing with their speed and things like that. So it could be more compared to like a superhuman almost. Um, Next is also how I was saying how they can't project that energy; they can just harness it. So with that being said, the state that I like to call that they enter is a vibe, or they are vibing. I know a lot of us in the Black community, we say we're on a higher frequency, we are vibrating at another frequency. It's sort of along those lines. But we actually have something with that in the story that they actually are vibrating. I don't know if you guys ever seen the show The Flash. Have you seen the Reverse Flash? He was vibrating all the time. You couldn't necessarily see his face because he was vibrating. That's the same thing that's going on with the Mazizi. Depending on their level of their vibe or their knowledge of their ancestors, it also depicts on how sharp the vibrations are. Just like you saw in um what's the show I just said? The Flash. Just like you saw in The Flash, how he was able to vibrate himself. You couldn't see him sometimes. But depending on how well their abilities are and how well and how much knowledge they know of their ancestors and things like that, the sharpness of their vibration becomes clearer and clearer. So someone say like the main character of the story, as he goes throughout his journey, his sharpness gets tighter and tighter. So at first he's just vibrating and is really really noticeable, and then he gets to a point where as he gains more knowledge and things like that, he's still vibrating, but you're able to actually see like his body, even though he still has the vibrating effect. um but that's in a nutshell what the Mazizi are. They're a group of people. They're actually called, they're in a tribe, but there's also more than just one. um in Chicago, the Nortat, I'll explain more about the Nortat tribe a little bit later in another video. But the Nortat tribe, they're able to reach a bigger audience because they're recognized throughout the country as being one of the top Mazizi tribes around. Also too, the Mizizi kind of operate in, it's not necessarily a secret society, because more and more just everyday people are starting to learn more and more about them. um but they do certain things and they have certain rules that are secret, if that makes any sense. um so they're the Midwest Mizizi is the Nortat tribe. There's other tribes. There's another tribe in California, there's another in New York, Houston. They're all around. They're more traditional. They do things more traditionally versus the Nortat tribe. They don't do things unnecessarily by traditions. Like traditionally, a tribe is very male dominated, whereas the Nortat tribe, they believe kind of like in the equality of all genders, so they give women bigger roles and things like that throughout the tribe. And also the Nortat tribe is also really renowned for their two leaders, Zion and Rhea. Zion and Rhea, actually nobody really knows how old they are. That's also for one. They're actually a couple hundred years old, but people actually don't know that. But the significance about Zion and Rhea is the fact that Rhea has a really deep understanding of herbs and nature that helps her with dealing with day-to-day things of the tribe. And she's actually renowned and really known and kind of famous for her deeper knowledge and understanding of Mizizi culture. Now Zion, he's definitely a big guy. He's freaking huge, but he's known for his non-traditional ways, and he actually does things a lot different from the traditional tribes. And that's where other tribes kind of look down upon the Nortat tribe, even though they're notorious and they're famous because they do things untraditionally, and things have been going their way because of it. But I'm gonna go into deeper detail about that and each character later on in another video. But I just wanted to give you guys a deeper understanding of who the Mizizi are and what we're dealing with when we're in this story. The Mizizi are very dope people. They're able to do extraordinary things, and we're gonna show a lot of that in the comic. But I just want to give a brief overview on what the Mizizi are and their significance that they hold in the story.